record real quick and we'll get going.
I got you.
Oh, you got me? Cut. All right, go ahead. I love it.
You're good.
All right, everybody. Good morning. Good Saturday morning. I'm so excited to be here with y'all, and thank you for coming out. And some of us have sacrificed a little to get here early, so I love it. I'm excited. I wouldn't start it any other way. And I am super excited about our topic today. So we'll make this awesome quick, and excited to hear some stories and some experience from you. And so if you are able, make sure the video is on if you are able, unlike some of us that can't. But we're going to have a little discussion. So let me just, most of you know who I am. And really quickly, I just, 3 years ago, I went from reaction to creation, right? Really the best way to put it. I'm so excited to have a system that now, instead of just kind of floating through life and reacting to things as they came, we're here and we're creating what we want. And that's so exciting. It's so fun. And to have a support system, a health coach, and a family like you to make it fun and make it simple and easy and make it long-term, really. I'm so grateful for it. And I want to introduce our topic today because really it was a big part of my health journey and my life. And that's really the power of our vocabulary, the power of how we speak. And so I want you to look at this really quick and kind of let it set in a little bit. Look at that kind of circle of how our words are and how we speak, how our mindset is and how that influences our mindset, and how it influences how we feel, and how our feelings influence how we act and the behaviors that we do. And because of those actions, we have results and experiences and success. And it goes right back to how that influences our beliefs and how that influences. It's really amazing the power of how we speak. And so we're going to talk about that real briefly. Because of that, again, that was a huge part of my life. But before we do, I really, if this is okay, I'm going to go a little bit. But because of my health coach, has helped me so much on this topic alone of how I speak and kind of how my mindset is. I want to introduce him and allow him to share his story and his thoughts and feelings about this and about how our words influence our mindsets and our actions and our results. And so if you want to unmute yourself, I want to introduce my health coach, Mr. Brad Miller, and allow him to share his thoughts and an amazing experience. So,
yeah, awesome. Thanks, Dan. Hold on a second. I got some feedback on my. Is that better now?
Yep.
Better now?
Yes. Oh, maybe not.
1 second. Sorry, I didn't mean to, well, maybe we're all awake a little bit more now. Rookie mistake over here. But yeah, Dan, thanks for having this topic today. The last few topics that we've done on this call have just been they've been such a great reminder on this. And, one thing about health is that it's ongoing and that it's about support. And that's part of being here in the mornings and why we have this whole group. And just the words that we say, the power of words, because, what we speak, it's not about, I'm not a huge positive thinker for say, because I don't feel like you could will yourself into feeling a certain way. But some people might think that those sayings kind of have a similar meaning, but they're actually quite different. It's so important that we focus on creating health or creating anything we want in our lives. We can't accomplish the things we want because we don't want something. Does that make sense? We can never accomplish health by saying, I don't want to be overweight. I don't want to feel good. Because all you can accomplish is the feeling you don't want to have. And if you're saying that, which is totally about what you're talking about here, the only thing you're saying is what you don't want. So the only thing you're hearing is what you don't want. The only thing you're physically and mentally putting out there is the thing that you don't want. So what's the only thing you can technically accomplish there? Is regaining the thing you don't want. So I like, when this was brought to my attention years ago, I just started making sure I changed my words. So like instead of saying I need to do something, saying that, I'm going to do something. Instead of saying I hope I can do this, saying I am going to do this. Having an intention, because another way I've kind of visualized it is when you throw it out of your mouth, and we've probably all done this too. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Dan, I need to get healthier. And you're like, well, probably like, oh, you want to get healthier? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I mean. But really, when you say it, it goes out of your mouth and it goes right back into your ear. So our words are so important because we become what we think about and what we say and what our words come out. So it's just been a huge shift for me because, to have intent to accomplish the things you want to accomplish is different than declaring that's something that you're going to do. So Dan, I just love the stuff you put on your page here, and this is just reminding me of so many things. It's funny, you're definitely put up some things that we've had conversations about over the years. Like, I don't like to use the word struggle. Like, it's just kind of like it's like a no word in our house, because you can't struggle on anything. There's just things that you want to get better at, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I should or I need to. It's those things out there. So, practice that this week. That's probably the biggest thing I have, because when I started putting this into practice along with my healthy habits, things started to change and started to take place. So, Dan, this is one of my most favorite topics, and I can't thank you enough for coming up with it this week. It's revitalizing for me, and I'm so glad everyone got to hear it today. So, thanks for letting me share.
Oh no, and thank you. And Brad,
you're muted.
And I'm muted.
Oh, never mind. You're good.
Okay. Seriously, Brad, thank you so much. And it was actually really inspired by a friend of mine who is on here that, it's so true. And you've helped me so much through those. And you would ask me 3 years ago, yeah, I use struggle regularly, the whole I should, I need to, and you're exactly right. It's amazing. I use the word I learn, right? And I don't struggle anymore. I learn through experiences, and I become better through experiences. And I love it. It makes my thoughts become stronger and more focused on really what's most important, instead of the whole what I'm not able to accomplish. Like you said, if we're so focused on not doing something or not becoming this or not getting sick or not doing that, then the only thing we can really accomplish is doing that. And so I love it. And it really is exciting to be here. And I really wanted to open up quickly a little bit of a discussion with you and some thoughts that each of you have. And I'm gonna tell you why I cannot see my mouse here, but I wanted to open up the gallery view here, and so we can Brady Bunch it, if that's cool with you guys. So what if for the next little bit that we have, a little bit of time, I just wanted to open it up for you guys. If you hit the little unmute button at the bottom left of your screen, and just pop on and share kind of your thoughts about how this has helped you, how changing kind of your words and how that's influenced you. Because I agree 100% with Brad that it's not a willpower thing. It's not a foo-foo like, I'm gonna bulldoze through something, but it's amazing how just a little shift in how we speak becomes habitual. It changes eventually the way our mindsets are, as we've already discussed. But so kind of if you just pop in or raise your hand or whatever, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and your experiences with this topic.
Everyone's still infusing this morning.
That's right.
Why don't we call on Christina? She looks like she's wide awake.
Brandon's raising his hand.
Hey guys, thank you again, Dan, for having this conversation. Last night we had a small group over at my house, and we just hung out and did life. And this was the topic we were talking about, but in a different form. We were looking at fear because Friday fearless worship is what we do on Friday nights at my house. And it really comes down to what we believe and what we say. And, for me, I've been blessed in my life. And I've been blessed even in tragedy. And I didn't understand that. So I had to search within and find out for myself. And this is why I'm here. This topic really started to take change in my life when I understood how I was creating my own obstacles. So for me, it's just looking within myself and finding out, because good, better, and best are very positive words, but they have different meanings. So for me, I want the best. So even with that, I mean, I'm real intentional. And I just had to make a decision. But, the great thing about this topic, if you haven't never really thought about it, that's great, because this is the start. We all are on this journey together. And in this area, I practice. It's not really I practice. I am doing this. So it is a practice because I keep learning more about myself. And as I learn about myself, I can share it with others. And thank God I met you, Dan. And thank God I met you, Brad. And thank God I met all you guys, because now we're part of this and we're passing along. And this is just one small piece. And it's so awesome. So thank you guys. And that's what I got to say.
I love it. It really makes it so much more fun. It makes it more fun when we are, and again, it's not the foo-foo thing. It's not that like I'm going to positive think my way through everything, but it makes life more enjoyable when you like really just honestly just like stop and smell the roses kind of thing. It's so cool. Anyways, but any other thoughts or any other comments or experiences that you guys had? Thanks, Brandon. That was awesome.
That was so good, dude. I loved it. I mean, I just like to talk. It's probably my most favorite topic. So, I mean, just, if I could encourage everyone to do something this week, and I know a lot of people are going to watch this recording because I got a lot of messages before. So, if you're watching this recording or if you're listening that you're on right now, start listening to yourself and just kind of start. I mean, because we don't often listen to ourselves. So, just start to like think about the things that we say and see if there's a pattern that comes up over this week, and then and again, to the idea of positive words is that you never beat yourself up for the things you say or the things you do. It's always something that we just want to get better at. So if you do find something that you're like, oh man, I say that, don't beat yourself up. Say, all right, great. I have intention to create, a better version of that, or I want to create this, and the whole idea of what we're talking about. Ask someone that's close to you. Like, the best thing that you can do in life, is have support and people that encourage you to be better. So, mentorship is probably one of the biggest art forms that's lost in our country today. So one, do you have some type of a mentor? Ask them honestly and being open, and don't ask if you're not really ready to maybe hear some things that you might need to hear. But you know what? Ask someone that's close to you. Ask someone for just, and that, ask someone that trusts and that's going to give you loving feedback on that. And then don't beat yourself up. Say, all right, I'm going to intend to, work on that a little bit. And every step I take to get better at it, I even catch myself saying I need to, I have to sometimes. And then it's like, oh, flip of a switch. And I catch myself faster saying struggle now than anything because I don't like that word. So, it's just, try that this week. See what happens for you. This has been huge for me. And Dan, gosh, man, no better way to start that. It's such a good reminder.
Awesome. Oh, awesome. Well, I feel inspired. I feel like I have some good tools. You guys feeling good? You feel like you can, that's awesome. I think that's a great focus. And, yeah, I guess that's it. I love about this is it's awesome to come together. Did you raise a hand? Did anybody else raise a hand, or I wanted to say something real quick before we close out?
I think Brandon does.
Oh, Brandon?
Yeah, I just want to mention it's just something that I noticed. I just came back from a big conference in Chicago, and it's called Celebrate Your Life. And they had some really phenomenal speakers. But as I was sitting there in these classrooms that had tools, I noticed there was a lot of people afterwards that I talked to that say, I just don't get this. Man, I'm sitting at home and I'm talking positively. And, I'm thinking this all into creation. And I'm doing all this, and I keep hearing the word "I" and there's no action. And I really want just to put that out there, just as a thought. If you have ever been involved in any of that, and you didn't see results, reach out to people that are getting results, and let us just talk with you. And help you through it, because there is more than just thinking your way to this. And you can talk positively, but it's what you understand what positive is, and that's the people that are just like you're saying, Brad, about mentorship. Thank God men in my life and women in my life invested in me. And that's how I became a multimillionaire with a business. And it was on a business sense. And I didn't put a whole bunch of stuff together. I just became successful. But now after I sold it and retired, now I can look back and now they say hindsight's 20/20. It really is, because then you can start figuring out what it meant. And that was one of the biggest pieces is I was doing a lot of things I didn't even understand that were working. But now that I understand what was going on, and not the psychology, but just what it was, it's like, oh my goodness. So I'm just encouraging, the great thing is this is recorded and I'm going to pass it along. But, everybody has coaches or is a coach of some sort, either a business mentor, that's a coach. There's a coach in sports. Reach out to people that have success in that area and just listen. And if you don't understand, and they can't explain it in your language, reach out. Keep reaching out until you understand, because that's what's going to be the powerful point. Once you understand this and you apply it, your whole world's going to change in a positive way if you choose.
Cool stuff, man. No, that's awesome. I think we have some cool tools. I think we all have some great ideas. And so, yeah, let's go forth. I love Brad. Thank you for reminding us to think about that today. Just pay attention to our thoughts and our words this week, and reach out to your coach. Yeah, reach out to your mentor or whoever invited you to this, and let's make ourselves better. And in the long run, we're making our communities better. So awesome. Thank you all for coming out. This was awesome. Really inspiring. You guys inspire me. So let us know if there's anything else we can do, and have an awesome weekend. And we'll talk to y'all soon. Sound good?
All right. Hi, guys. Let's go take on the weekend.
Awesome.
Weekend. I love your name, Brandon. I am love. I love that.
Words are so important.
Thank you. See you at conference.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Yeah, guys, in a few weeks. Dan, thanks for the great topic today.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks for your comments, man.